Wait, do you have your phone with you?
Yeah.
Why is your voicemail your mom?
Put your backpack over here, okay, bud?
I have my own. That stuff. After a while, I don't answer my mom. This is one.
College sport thing?
This is Sunday day. No. Yes, we do.
Is the one in the red hat the one with the varsity track slip?
Yeah, we're just going to delay a little bit. They're live streaming this thing. And it's just signing day.
I know some.
I don't know the format, so we're going to sit and watch. Yeah, they're athletes that are continuing their athletic career.
Wait, is it just for varsity? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, can't have.
you just like if you're passing and stuff, it's good. Well, like,
I'm gonna do it in high school.
Good afternoon. Sorry, I have no idea how loud this is going to be. Welcome to today's Senior Athlete Signing Day ceremony. My name is Artie McCormick, and I'm lucky enough to be the athletic director here at Pearl River. It's a great day today for our athletes. It has been quite the last 14 months. And I am so thankful that we get a chance to be together to celebrate what they have done in their high school careers and hear from their coaches about what they've accomplished and where they're going next year. They have persevered over the last 14 months, and to be able to take their trade and their sports to the next level, at the collegiate level, is a great accomplishment in any year. But I think going through all they went through this year deserves a round of applause right now. The drill for today will be each of the coaches will come up to speak about our senior athletes. When they are speaking about them, the seniors will bring their chair forward to the table and sign. There will be opportunities to take photos while they are signing, and then afterwards, family and friends who want to come forward for photos, we will do that with each senior who is signing. And then at the end, we'll have a group shot, and we can take as many photos as you want. So at this time, I'd like to call up Dr. Marco Potesta, and he'll say a few words, and then we'll start with our coaches. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. McCormick, I don't recall ever seeing a signing group this big. Is that this? And the size of the group is matched by the quality of the individuals. Congratulations to all of you. You're going to great schools. You've been great Pirates, and now you can add to your identity with the school team that you're going to represent. And we know you're going to do great things, and I certainly look forward to hearing about it and seeing what accomplishments you continue to achieve. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.
I commented before, I thought I was back in middle school. They have boys on one side, girls on the other, but I guess they're getting used to that, but I'm sure that'll change pretty soon. So I'd like to call up the coaches, and we're going to start with Coach O'Keefe, who has two members of his soccer team to talk about.
All right, thank you. And before I get started with Brian and John, I just want to say congrats to all the athletes we have here today. It's been a pleasure watching a majority of you over your careers, and you guys represented Pearl River just in high quality and high class, so congratulations. I'm just going to talk about Brian and John together. Brian and John have been with me for 4 years, since 2017. We had a statement about in 2015 about creating memories, and this is pretty much what these guys have done for 2 years. As we sit on this field, I look back to their freshman year. John had the first goal of our season that year in 2017. Brian had his first playoff goal, which then went into their sophomore year, where these guys' domination began of Rockland County. About 8 games in, they went on a torrid streak of winning 10 games in a row, which included beating undefeated Tappan Zee here on this field on the very first game that was ever played on the turf, which is, I know, a game that they will never ever forget. That year, they went on to their first section final and went on to their junior years to completely dominate the county for the next 2 seasons. John and Brian together have scored close to about 70 goals together as a group. I believe they are somewhere near 30 to 35 assists together. And during their junior year, they capped off a 14 1-1 season with a league title, which moved them into their senior year, which of course this year. In one of the most difficult situations, they helped lead a team to an 11-1 regular season, and of course, the first team that I've ever coached that has won their last game, winning the Rockland County 2020 championship. And it was definitely fitting the way it ended, with Brian basically standing in this area, receiving a ball, John overlapping, receiving a pass for Brian for the game winner. And honestly, that's how their careers have been all along. They are by far two of the best players that ever come through this system. They've been recruited by Plattsburgh, I think, since the summer of 2018. Their coach, Chris Taylor, is getting two fantastic soccer players and two fantastic guys off the field. So guys, I just want to say thank you. It has been a pleasure. It is going to be very missed to see you guys leave our program, but what you have done is stabilize the greatness of this program, and more importantly, you will go down as two of the best faces ever, especially in a situation, and I just have to mention this, John was voted 15 All-State, Brian was voted second team All-State. They're the first two guys that I have seen in my coaching time, except for Somers, to have two players on one team be All-State. Brian and John, congratulations. Plattsburgh is getting two special athletes.
Okay, next I'd like to bring up Coach Houston. Sorry, I know you just got down here. Just congratulations to all the guys and girls that are up here, and just great careers and great futures. And I just think it's so great that we were able to, that Mr. McCormick was able to organize this type of event and really celebrate your accomplishments. I have the pleasure of talking about both Mike Morrissey and Jack Scanlon, who were both obviously seniors on this year's basketball team. Our season was unfortunately truncated. We were in the midst of an 8-0 season, and in large part to the efforts of both Jack and Mike. And I could give you the statistics on both of them, but obviously they're spectacular statistics, otherwise they wouldn't be up here. But I'll just relay two short stories that I think capture who both kids are. And to me, they're both kind of throwback kids. And what I mean by that is that their priorities are in order. They're great kids. They come from great families. They're great friends, and they both love basketball, and they're both great leaders. And I think everybody knows how difficult this past year has been. And I'll forever in my mind remember last spring at kind of the height of the pandemic, and there were some pretty warm days in the spring and the summer, and my parents live over by Lincoln Avenue, and I go over there to visit them from time to time, and it seemed like whenever I went over there would be Jack Scanlon, who lives down the street from them, and he'd have his basketball tucked under one arm and some cones tucked under the other,
And I'm like, here's a kid who's like, this is everything you want from a kid to coach. He's someone who we didn't know if there was going to even be a season, and it's 90 plus degrees out, and he's got his kind of eyes on the future and hoping that there would be a season, and going out there and just going to a tough place to shoot with wind and gravel and all that other kind of stuff, but that never deterred him. And to me, that was such an indicator of his love of the game, his level of commitment, and his leadership. So I'll forever remember that when I think of Jack Scanlon, not to mention all the points and the steals and the rebounds and the just great overall leadership. So I'm so happy for you, Jack, and look forward to seeing you play next year. As far as Mike is concerned, Mike is, like you said, a throwback kind of kid. Also during the pandemic, when it was very unclear what the future held, his dad gave me a call and wanted to know if he could borrow the blocker that we have in practice. It's kind of like a football pad that you can add some resistance, we'll call it, while the player's training. And his dad asked me if I could maybe get that to him. And that was, again, further indication of another kid who just loves basketball, loves playing, and again, had his eyes on the future and wanted to be prepared in the event that there was a season. So those two stories, in addition to the fact that Michael was a seventh grader, I remember working with him as a sixth grader and thinking, I don't think this is going to work out too well. He was so raw, so unpolished in terms of a basketball player that like just a layup was difficult. And I stopped by his AAU practice last night, and to think that as a seventh grader he was cut from the modified team and then developed himself into an all-league player, and watching him last night at AAU practice, to think, God, how far he's come, and he's only kind of scratching the surface. I think great things are ahead for him. So both Jack and Michael, thank you so much for the time, the effort, the leadership, and just giving us everything you possibly had. It's greatly appreciated and won't be forgotten. And we wish you both best of luck next year, and look forward to watching both of you play.
Thank you, Coach Houston. At this time, I'd like to call up Coach Andrew Elbrick.
All right, congratulations to all our senior athletes and their families. It really is a pleasure to be up here to talk about Maggie Glynn and Caitlin McNamara here today. They both accomplished so much on the field and are even better people off of it. I've known Maggie and Caitlin for a number of years now. We go back to our JV days together. And you knew right away what kind of leaders and athletes Maggie and Caitlin were. You saw right away, I don't know if they had a big role in this, but when they showed up to a Rockland County playoff game with a fish and noisemakers and party hats, all for a JV game, you really knew that like these were going to be team leaders in the years to come. And as we grew up through the program together, it's really been a pleasure to see all that they've accomplished. Over the years, they've both grown into leadership roles, serving as captains with more on their plate than any other seniors before them this past fall, and really have helped the team to a number of successful seasons and helped to mentor the next group of up-and-coming Pearl River field hockey players. Just to talk a little bit about Maggie real quick, too. She stands out with her stick skills and her game awareness when you watch her play. Being a travel field hockey player is definitely something that's more uncommon than in other sports, and it takes a lot of dedication to go out and find programs and events that are not necessarily close by and you have to travel to. And playing travel not only has helped Maggie really shine on the field, but really has made her a great asset to the program. She's always been one to come back and share ideas and drills and different team concepts with her teammates, and really try to help uplift everyone around her, too. As a 2-year varsity starter, Maggie was always willing to play wherever we needed her. She played all over the field in her junior season and ended up settling into a defensive fullback spot where she matched up with one of the top players in the section, a girl from Pelham who plays as a lefty, which is a big deal. And she shut her down for 2 games when we matched up here with Pelham. And in her senior year, Maggie shined, bumping up into the prominent role of our center midfielder, where she was always a threat to score on the offensive corners, where she drove home the game-tying goal versus Clarkstown South after time had expired. This past year, Maggie earned all-league, all-section honorable mention, and all-county first-team honors. And we know that Pace is getting a really good field hockey player and an even better person off the field, too. Just to switch, oh, sorry, go ahead. Just to switch over to K-Mac here for a second, too. Caitlin has always been extremely motivated to improve not only her own game, but help her teammates improve as well. She was always the player who was looking to stay after, talk with the upperclassmen, talk to the coaches, brainstorm about ideas, and was always the first one to look out for her teammates when anything was ever going on. That drive to improve really helped her as she went out and found different opportunities, joined a travel program, and no surprise, she came back with a whole wealth of information that she was right away looking to share with her teammates, helping to mentor the JV team, and always looking to just give back in different ways. Caitlin's a 2-year varsity letter winner. She excelled at forward in all different positions. She was great at getting the ball out to her teammates in traffic and then finishing around the net. The play that comes to mind with Caitlin playing for me is in her first playoff game against Hendrick Hudson, starting the play down here, linking up with her teammates and scoring about 70 yards down the field as she beat the defense down to finish the play. In her senior season, Caitlin scored a number of big goals for us as well against Albertus, Nyack, and North Rockland here in the county. Caitlin, in her senior year, earned all-league and second-team all-county honors. And just like Maggie, University of Scranton's gotten a great field hockey player and even better student-athlete off of it.
Thank you, Coach Elbrick. Next up will be Coach Shannon Flood.
right, so I'm up here to talk about 4 individuals, so it's going to be a little bit. But first of all, congrats to this large group. It's a very impressive group, awesome group of kids. So congrats to all you guys. Okay, so first up is Emma Ganane. Emma will be attending SUNY Plattsburgh in the fall, where she will be studying nursing and continuing her cross-country and track and field career. Emma has been on cross-country since 8th grade and varsity winter track and varsity spring track since 9th grade. During her time on cross-country, she was part of 5 league titles, 3 Rockland County titles, and 2 Section 1 titles. During her winter track career, Emma has been part of a league championship team and 2 Section 1 championship teams. During her spring track career, she's been part of a league title and Section 1 title. I've had the pleasure of coaching Emma since her freshman year on winter and spring track. During her running career, her other coaches included Coach Doherty, Coach Leffer, Coach Halligan, Coach AJ, and Coach McGurk. Emma has competed in a wide variety of events in her track career. I've watched her compete in every running event from the 300 through the 3,000. She also pole vaulted for a few years and even tried triple jump. This just shows how versatile Emma can be and how she's willing to try any event to help the team succeed. During the spring track season, Emma has gotten personal best in the 800, 1500, and the 2,000 meter steeplechase. Emma has had a lot of success in the steeplechase and says one of her favorite memories of track was running steeple at this year's Pirate Relays. She said it was a great feeling to be back racing at a legit meet since COVID canceled so many events over the past year. I know Emma's looking forward to racing in steeplechase tomorrow at the county meet and next week at sections. Emma will finish her athletic career at Pearl River with 9 varsity letters. She's been extremely dedicated to our program and someone you can always count on. Emma, you've worked so hard throughout these last 5 years and it's definitely paid off. We are thrilled to be running at Plattsburgh next year and we wish you all the best and you'll definitely be missed. Congrats, Emma. All right, so next up is Jenny. Jenny Broadhurst will be attending Utica College in the fall, where she will be studying nursing and continuing her track and field career. Jenny's been part of varsity winter track and varsity spring track since her freshman year. I've had the pleasure of coaching Jenny since her freshman year, along with Coach Leffer, Coach Halligan, and Coach McGurk. During her winter track career, Jenny's been part of a league championship team and 2 Section 1 championship teams. During her spring track career, she's been part of a league title and section title. Jenny is an extremely hardworking individual. She's improved greatly over the past 4 years. I admire her positive attitude and her willingness to push herself every practice and meet, even when she's battling through injury. Jenny's had a lot of success in sprinting events such as the 55, the 100, the 200, and 300. Jenny's been part of our 4x100 relay and 4x200 relay for a few seasons as our leadoff runner. She's always open to trying new events. She ran multiple 400s this past season, which was definitely out of her usual comfort zone. Jenny said that her favorite memory of track has been winning the section meet in winter right before COVID and making the finals of the 55 dash this past winter season at the Palisades Mall Championship meet. The 55 dash is definitely one of her favorite events. Jenny will finish her career here with a total of 7 varsity letters. Track has been a huge part of Jenny's time, and after watching Jenny train in many practices and race in many meets, it's clear she has a passion for track. I know Jenny will continue to shine in college. We are definitely excited for her to continue her running career at Utica, but we are sad to see her leave. Jenny, you have put in so much time and effort into track. We wish you nothing but the best next year, and good luck. All right, so Neve Durkin will be attending SUNY Stony Brook in the fall and continuing her cross-country and track career. Neve has been part of varsity cross-country, varsity winter track, and varsity spring track since 8th grade. During her time on cross-country, she's been part of 5 league titles, 3 Rockland County titles, and 2 Section 1 titles. For winter track, she's been part of 2 league championship teams and 3 Section 1 championship teams. Finally, for spring track, she's helped the team to 2 league titles and 2 Section 1 titles. Neve was named team captain this spring season and has been such a great addition to our team over the years. Along with myself, Coach Doherty, Coach Leffer, Coach AJ, Coach Halligan, and Coach McGurk, we all agree it's been such a pleasure to coach Neve throughout her running career. Neve is a true team player and is an extremely motivated individual. She will continuously set goals for herself and push herself to new limits. At our past league meet, she stepped up and ran the 3,000, 1,500, and 800 in order to score the most possible points for our team. This was an extremely tough triple to do in a short period of time. She finished in second place in all 3 events, scoring 12 points for the Pirates. Neve is a natural leader and always looking to encourage every athlete on our team to work hard and try their best. During Neve's cross-country career, she was named All-League 5 times, First Team All-County 3 times, Second Team All-County twice, and All-Section 5 times. She was also named All-State Honorable Mention in 2016 and 2018, 5th Team All-State in 2017, 4th Team All-State in 2019, and 2nd Team All-State in 2020. During her winter career, she was named All-League once, 2nd Team All-County twice, and Honorable Mention twice. She also competed at the New Balance Indoor Nationals meet twice for the 4x800 meter relay. During her spring track career, Neve was named All-County Honorable Mention in 2019. She also competed in the New Balance Outdoor Nationals in 2019 in the 4x1 mile relay. Neve will finish her athletic career with 14 varsity letters. She's battled through multiple injuries throughout her running career and has such a willingness to fight and push through. I believe these injuries have truly made her appreciate her time competing on the track. Her determination and drive sets her apart from others. We are definitely sad to see Neve graduate from Pearl River, but we know she'll have a lot of success at Stony Brook and beyond. Best of luck next year, Neve, and congrats on all your accomplishments. We'll miss you. All right, almost there, I promise. All right, last but not least, Kira. Kira will be attending St. Thomas Aquinas College in the fall, where she'll be studying biology and continuing her cross-country and track and field career. Kira has been part of the varsity swim team in 8th grade, varsity cross-country team since 9th grade, and varsity winter and spring track since 8th grade. During her time on cross-country, she's been part of 4 league titles, 2 Rockland County titles, and 2 section title teams. During her time on winter track, she was part of 2 league championship teams and 3 Section 1 championship teams. During her spring track career, she's been part of 2 league titles and 2 Section 1 titles. I've had the pleasure of coaching the twins, coaching Kira for both winter and spring tracks since her freshman year, along with Coach Doherty, Coach Leffer, Coach AJ, Coach Halligan, and Coach McGurk. Kira is a determined individual who sets high goals for herself. She's put in a lot of time and effort into this sport and has greatly paid off for her. Kira has a unique talent as a race walker and has been able to accomplish so much in this event. As a freshman, she finished 5th at the New York State meet in the 1,500 meter race walk. At the New Balance Indoor Nationals meet, she also finished in 5th place and claimed All-American status. During the spring season, she finished in 6th place in the 3,000 meter race walk at the New Balance Outdoor Nationals meet and earned All-American status again. As a sophomore, she went undefeated in the indoor season and in race walk and was crowned New York State champion. She also returned to the New Balance Indoor Nationals meet and finished 2nd in the nation. In the spring track season, she was able to accomplish something that has never been done in Pearl River's history. She was crowned a national champion in the 3,000 meter outdoor race walk. Truly amazing. As Kira went into her junior year, she placed 2nd in race walk at the New York State meet and was looking forward to indoor nationals again, which was unfortunately canceled due to COVID. For the rest of her junior and senior year, bigger meets like states and nationals continued to be canceled. So with that being said, it is truly amazing what Kira was able to accomplish in a short period of time. During Kira's cross-country career, she was named All-League 4 times, 1st Team All-County once, 2nd Team All-County twice, and 3rd Team All-County once. During her winter track career, she was named All-League 4 times, 1st Team All-County 4 times, and All-Section 3 times. Finally, during her spring track career, she was named Honorable Mention once. She leaves her mark in Rockland County in Section 1 history with the Rockland County record for the indoor 1,500 meter race walk and 1,600 meter race walk. The Rockland County record for the outdoor 1,500 meter race walk, 1,600 meter race walk, 3,000 and 5,000 meter race walk. Kira also has a Section 1 record for the 3,000 and 5,000 meter race walk. Kira will finish her athletic career pro over with 14 varsity letters. The list of titles and awards for Kira is definitely impressive. These accomplishments do not come easily. She has put in time, effort, and dedication over the years. Kira, we are so proud of your success and excited to continue running at Stack. However, we'll definitely miss you. Good luck, and we know you do amazing.
Coach DeRosa, you look like you're ready to go. Coach Allison DeRosa.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations to all of you athletes. As everybody has spoken today, all these athletes put in a ton of time to get stronger at their sport. And that is exactly the situation with my cheerleader that is moving on to Penn State, Anna Hardy. Very exciting. Anna is our first Division I cheerleader. So that's pretty exciting for us. She came to varsity in 7th grade. She will have 11 varsity letters. She has made all league every single season. That's 5 winter cheer season and, no, 6 winter cheer and 5 fall. This year we had a combined, otherwise she'd have for all of them. She is the type of girl that puts her mind to something, sets herself goals, and achieves them. Originally, she wasn't going to try to cheer in college because she's a very focused student. But the one good thing about COVID was it made Anna realize how much she missed cheer and how she couldn't imagine not having it as a part of her life. So again, she set herself a goal of being a part of Penn State cheerleading. Cheerleading is very different from every other sport. To make an all-league or an all-section team, it's not coach recommendation. The girls have to go to an individual tryout and they have to tumble, they have to jump, they have to cheer in front of a bunch of strange coaches, and they are scored, and that's how the team is chosen. When Anna, maybe sophomore year, she said to me, there is a scholarship given every year to the cheerleader that has the highest score at the tryout. And she said, Allison, I want to have the highest score. Well, wouldn't you know, this year in her senior year, she was the highest scoring cheerleader in all of Section 1. She has been a huge contributing factor in the success of Pearl River cheerleading. She played a major role in our state championship that we won when she was a 7th grader, which is a lot of pressure on a young athlete. Still to this day, there's no other Section 1 team that has won that state championship, so we're pretty proud of that. And we have had numerous all-league top 2 finishes every single season, and Anna has been a huge contributor to all of that. The biggest thing, I think, through the years for Anna is she came in as a very quiet and shy 7th grader, and she grew into a leader, being captain for her senior year for both the winter and fall 2 seasons. And wonderfully, we finished her senior year with a league championship right here on this Pearl River field. It was pretty amazing. And I know you're gonna do amazing things at Penn State. She's on the co-ed team. For you non-cheerleader people, that's a really big deal. So we're really proud of you and can't wait to see what you're gonna do. Congrats.
At this time, I'd like to bring up Coach Hawkins, Gilby Hawkins, and Coach Mike Kiernan.
First of all, congratulations again, as everybody said, to everybody here. It's a great group of kids, and you should be very proud of all your accomplishments. Coach Hawkins and I are up here to talk about 3 of our athletes. I'm going to talk specifically about James Hughes. Coach will go a little bit further into Cliff and Owen, but I just want to congratulate both of you on just fantastic careers, and I've coached Cliff for eight of his seasons, and to see the growth and the way he's just kept our team together, especially this year. The cross-country team has been fantastic. Owen, just what he's done through COVID and working through and traveling up to the barn, just been fantastic to see the results, so congrats to both of you. For James, James is one of those success stories you love to see, to talk about. I was looking through numbers earlier in the year just to see, what James did when he first started, and I mentioned this to him a couple months ago. His first career 5K, 3.1 miles, his time was 25 minutes. It was over 25 minutes. That's over 8 minutes for every mile, which maybe 200 of the boys in the building could currently run. And I'm not gonna lie, leaving that day, I would never have ever, you could have won a lot of money off me, being like, yeah, when he's a senior, you're gonna be talking about him going to running college. But it just speaks to the young man that he is and the effort that he's put into all of this. Towards the end of his freshman year, and more so his sophomore year, really started to fall in love with the sport, put in the effort. These guys are up here with me. They've run enough with them, chasing them around the trail and things of that sort. But he has, even at the end of his sophomore year, he started to run pretty well. And you thought maybe upper level JV, back end of the varsity is his junior year. And sure enough, he came back his junior year and in just fantastic shape after the summer and was an all-county runner. He was all-county third team. And then had a very nice winter, and then COVID hit. And as with all these athletes, you had no idea what was going to happen, where their motivation was going to be, how hard they were going to work. And in talking to Coach Hawkins, who was coaching the distance group in the spring, he just kept raving about James Hughes and how, he's in constant contact and he's doing everything he's supposed to do and he works so hard. And it's everything that he had done all year. And it showed this year. When he came back this year, I mean, you're talking about a kid now that's gone from 25 minutes for 5K to running 16:16 this year. An improvement of 9 minutes over the course of these years. He's averaging 5:10 per mile for 5K, for 3.1 miles. All league first team, all county first team, all section first team, and in cross country there is only an all section first team. There is an honorable mention, and it's just the top 21 kids out of all 60-something schools in Section 1. And he made that list along with Cliff and O'Sheen. What a great squad we had this year. And then tops it off, all state third team for a kid, again, 25 minutes as a freshman to be all state third team as a senior, and now signing to run at Ithaca. And the longer the races get, the better he gets. And so collegiately, when the races get longer, James is going to flourish. And just his mindset and where he's come from, and he used to overthink things a little bit, like so-and-so's doing this, and now for the track seasons, I'm watching him just go out there and routinely beat the cross-country athlete of the season every single week on the track. It's so much fun to watch how far he's come. It's been a pleasure. And I wish him nothing but the best, and I know he's going to have a lot of success up at Ithaca. Congratulations.
So I think we'll jump to the signing for you three after I'm done. So I'm going to start off talking about Cliff, who has had a phenomenal season, and it started back in March. And in March, if you guys remember, it was COVID scare still, hysteria, shutdowns, such. And Cliff asked to go to a meet down in Ocean Breeze in Staten Island. And I went down there to meet him, and I'm texting him, I'm calling him, and he's not getting back to me. So finally I get in, I get through this screening. It was like getting into the airport. And I got my mind made up. I'm gonna get into the athlete area, which is completely separate from where the spectators and coaches are quarantined off to. And so I got my I'm healthy piece of paper, and I'm walking around showing everybody. I put in my back pocket, and I aggressively walk like I own the place. And I'm almost to where the athletes are, and this blue ninja jumps out and just, Coach, stop, hold on, coach. And I've learned when that happens, you don't stop. You just keep going, you know? So she's yelling, "Coach, coach." And I think she's saying, "You're not allowed over there." Excuse me. But what she's saying is, "Coach, I'm Mrs. Cardi. I need to speak with you." But she's masked and wearing the blue. So I'm just beelining and she's next to me. "Coach, coach, coach." So finally I turn, I'm like, "What? Oh, Mrs. Cardi, I'm so sorry." So anyway, we spoke and Cliff ran amazing. But the reason I bring up that story is that's like parallel to Cliff's intensity. It's like if he's racing on Friday, Monday the texts start. "When am I racing? What time? What do you think I can run? Can I do this?" And there's been a lot of ups and downs and question marks this season. So it's a lot of "I don't know. What do you think about this? What do you think about that?" And it's shot back just like Mrs. Carter. "I just want to race. I just want to race. Get me out there. I want to compete. I don't care what event. I just want to race." It's been an absolute pleasure. And that intensity is very, very rare. You see it with these athletes, but not with all athletes. And it's what's going to make him an extremely powerful piece of the Maryland team. And before I wrap up, Cliff, I just want to say, Cliff, you've just started. We're going to be reading about you. We're going to be seeing your performances. You are going to do amazing at Maryland. We're very proud of you. And I also have the pleasure of talking about Owen. And Owen's like a stock investment that you never thought would hit. And you go to sleep, and the next morning you wake up, and you're like, "Whoa, I'm a millionaire." Owen was a slow and steady 8-foot, 8'6", 9-foot pole vaulter. But having a little of experience in this, I kept hammering into his head, "This is your event. You're going to be good at it." And he experienced a lot of frustration, just down here on this runway, no heights, not leaving the ground, not clearing the heights that he wanted to. And as Coach Kieran mentioned, he went to this place called the Barn, where it's just pole vault central, and he just grinded it and grinded and grinded. He is currently our third best pole vaulter in school history. 13.9 he has cleared. 13.9. Those standards there, if you look down, are at 12 feet. So another 1.9 inches above that is what he soars over. I'll be doing it tomorrow. Watch the live stream. He's amazing. He's by far the best in the county right now, and he's going to RPI. Extremely smart. Stone cold killer. Congratulations, Al. So I invite all three of you. What do we do? One at a time? We'll have James come up first. James, come on up.
Our final coach today, Coach Joanna Mitchell.
Hello, everyone. Just want to say congrats to all our student athletes up here. It's a huge accomplishment for everybody. But I'm here today to talk about Miss Ella Travelino. And just to give a backstory, I first met Ella about 6 to 7 years ago on Orangetown Lacrosse with Miss Erin Higgins and Alyssa Smith. There were these three little pipsqueaks on our town team, and I just knew that I'd be looking forward to coaching them at the varsity level. Ella has been such an instrumental player for the Pearl River Girls Varsity Lacrosse team for the past 4 years. As one of our captains, her work ethic, knowledge of the game, and team spirit make her both a powerful leader and an influential role model for her teammates. Ella began her varsity career as a defender, but has developed into a very versatile player. She's filled many spots throughout her years on the team. Ella is the type of player that will step up when it's needed most. And during her sophomore year, we were faced with the challenge of losing our goalie mid-season, and Ella volunteered to give up her defensive position to jump in goal for the remainder of the season, which is a huge commendable act, which won her the recognition of all-section honorable mention. In just 7 games, Ella racked up 37 career saves, 10 of which being in our sectional game against Brewster. I don't know if anyone is familiar with the game of lacrosse, but stepping in goal, it takes a certain personality, and Ella was able to handle it, and her teammates really looked up to her, as did her coaches, for doing that. Ella is capable of many things on the lacrosse field, although she needs to be reminded of it very often. She has the ability to cause turnovers on the defensive end, find the ball on the draw circle, thread the needle to her teammates, cutting through the 8, and scoring goals with both her dominant and non-dominant hands, as well as jumping in goal when we need her to. And despite not having a season her junior year, Ella garnered 20 career goals, 6 assists, 6 draw controls that were recorded, 18 caused turnovers, and 32 recorded ground balls. Lacrosse is a very fast-paced game, so it's really hard to get complete stats, but Ella has been so instrumental for our team. Her enthusiasm, love for the sport and her team, heart and presence on the field will be greatly missed. Ella will continue her lacrosse career at Springfield. She's a legacy over there, and she'll be studying physical education, following in her dad's footsteps. And we wish her the best of luck and hope she continues to work hard and reach her goals both on and off the field.
Just because Ella waited to the end, I'm going to tell one quick story about Ella. I think it was field hockey last year, first season I was here, and there was a pretty gruesome ball to the head of her teammate. And as an athletic director, we're supposed to run right out there. They usually look for Frank first. He's always nearby. And I knew it was going to be bad, so you're running out going, oh God, I really am not going to look forward to what I see. And when I got there, it was pretty bad. Ella was there the entire time, holding her hand, putting pressure on the wound, even before Frank and I got there, I think. So not only great athlete, but she'll make a great nurse someday too, or doctor. That was amazing. So in conclusion, a couple things. First of all, I think you've heard this is an amazingly impressive group. Pearl River has a lot to be proud of. They have done amazing things. But you didn't get here alone. So you heard coaches today. I told them earlier, I said, 1 to 2 minutes, tops. They can't say enough about you guys. They are passionate about their sport. They are so proud of what you have accomplished. And so proud you're going to go on to represent their programs, this school, at the next level. They put in a lot of time. It impacts their families. As you see, we have family here today. So have a nice hand for our coaches. They do an amazing job. And the next people are the ones out here. They supported you through all these years to help you get to where you are today. And this has been a tough year. They haven't been able to get to games like they normally can. I'm sure I didn't make friends when I sent out some quarantine letters earlier this year. That was not easy. So they have struggled, but they have supported you through all these years. And they too couldn't be more proud of what you've accomplished. So have a nice hand for your families. So at this time, we're going to leave the table set up. If people want to come up and take pictures, family, friends, get coaches to come in, you're more than welcome. I wish you the best of luck. Please come back and visit. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, hold on. Thank you. So, ladies, take your chairs and sit right in front of the table. Not in front, but right at the table. And gentlemen, you're going to be behind standing. Just straight across. You want to go to this side?
Inside one.